And welcome back. With us right now from Adapt-2-It is the owner, Miss Leslie Gabola. And we always are happy to see her. And you brought us all kinds of interesting apparatus.
I brought an OT basket. So as people know, I'm an occupational therapist. And part of the fun of being an occupational therapist is that I get to play with toys.
Yes.
And if you've been in my store, you know that we have walls of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do.
And it's really cool because it's kind of a solution for every problem. So you're playing with a reacher.
Right, and this is, I mean, it's kind of obvious what that is, but you were saying that you can really pick up, you said you can almost pick up a dime.
You can pick up a dime with that. It's a little tricky, but you can do it. But the cool thing about this one in particular is that it has the grabber part of it that has some ridges on it, so it'll hold things.
Which is nice.
And then it has a hook, so you can hook things, but then it also has a magnet on the very end.
Oh, really?
So if you drop a pin,
I didn't even realize that. I don't know if this is magnetic. No, it's not.
No. But you can pick up things
really
off the floor, so you never have to bend over. And we have a lot of, I brought a couple long-handled things.
Right.
And the idea behind the long-handled things is that we say, for safety's sake, for reducing fall risks.
Exactly.
And for arthritis and things like that, if you can extend your reach and not really reach below your waist too much and above your shoulders, you're going to be safer overall. So the reach extends your reach, obviously. Another thing that we have to extend your reach is this.
Yeah.
And this is a long-handled shoehorn.
And these have been around in some form for years. I remember my grandfather had one, which of course would not be correct today, but it was an ivory one that he got in Asia.
Right.
Because he used to go to India and things like that.
Right.
You wouldn't want an ivory one nowadays. Right. But it was like this, only longer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the thing about us is that this is it's basic, it's utilitarian, it'll last forever. However, you always have choices with us. And the neat thing is I have a company that was started in the 1800s, 1850 or 1898, somewhere around there. And it is an old English company. And so they have shoehorns that are beautiful.
Yeah, that's like the one he probably had.
Exactly. Yes. And then they have, they have the umbrellas with a cane tip on it, as people sometimes use that. They have the gorgeous, so they have options, and that's kind of part of us, is options.
Exactly.
And we know where to get things. So the next thing for extending your reach is this. Do you know what this is?
A jump rope? A strange kind of jump rope? I don't know.
No, I know. I love stumping people. This is a sock aid. And so people have trouble putting on their socks because obviously you have to reach your feet. This helps you. So you slide your sock on here. This is your heel. This is the front part of the sock. Slide it all the way on, and then you use these handles to throw it down at your foot.
Oh, wow.
Stick your foot in here, and then pull up on the handles, and it puts your sock on for you.
Very interesting.
And the neat thing about this one's one of my favorite ones because it's kind of all in the details. And so we're kind of always thinking of multi-purpose. Put your sock on. But it has a large handle here. So again, if you have arthritis or weak hands, you can grab this with enough force to pull it up your leg.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then it's separated so you can just pull it off.
Very nice. And I bet things like this were probably originally invented just by an individual who couldn't get their socks on.
Right, exactly.
Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
And I actually have a company that that all their items are invented by OTs.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful. So this is...
Look at this. Now,
what's that?
It's a torture device from Leslie. There you go. I have no clue what that would be.
Okay. This is a one-handed cutting board.
You know what? I was actually going to jokingly say a cutting board because if you remember some of those carving boards for roasts have little prongs on it to hold the meat.
Right.
But I was just totally making it up, and I would have been right.
So this is it. And obviously these prongs, they're sharp, they're nails. So you can poke your food and then cut it, and then this is a spreading corner. So you can put bread here or anything that you wanted to, like butter or spread or anything. And then what you can do is pair it with this, which is a rocker knife.
Yeah.
And it's, again, got the big grip. And you can rock back and forth if you only have one hand.
Yeah.
And cut.
Very good.
So you can cook, and we also have these. This is a basic version, but we also have one that's a center. So it has the part where you hold anything that you want is expandable. It has the corner, it has this, but it also has a grater, a peeler, and several other things too.
Very good.
And the prongs as well. So you can go simple or complex, anything that you want. And then let's see. So we'll stay in the kitchen for a minute. What's this?
I would just say some sort of a cup, but I don't know.
Okay, but what's that? Why is it that there?
So when you go like that, it doesn't hit your nose?
Exactly.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, wow.
This is a nosy cup. And so people that have trouble swallowing, one of the most important things is that they stay upright. Because I don't know if I didn't bring water, I'd have you try it. But I don't know if you've ever tried drinking laying down.
Oh, yeah.
Or even slouchy.
Yeah.
Really hard, right?
Yes, it is.
Because you usually end up taking air in and you usually end up coughing. So the biggest thing with people that have trouble swallowing is that we want them in an upright position. So what this does, it allows, because when we drink, again, we don't realize it, but we tip our head back to get the bottom of the cup. So this allows you to tip the cup up, have room for your nose, and maintain an upright position. Because when you tip your head back, you're more likely to take the fluid into your lungs.
Very good. Or if you don't have any real problem except a big nose.
Right, exactly. There you go.
There you go. So that would work too.
So feel this.
Oh, wow, it's weighted.
It's heavy, it's weighted.
Is this to put in the freezer?
No, it's actually, it is a weighted cup for people that have tremors. Because if you give them something weighted, it's going to minimize the tremors.
Interesting. Yeah,
so it's a
I totally
mug.
get that. Yeah.
And it's insulated, so obviously it's for coffee.
Yeah, very good.
Or something hot. So this is...
a headband? There we go. See?
Pretty.
It could be.
Okay, so this is a plate guard. So if you ever have trouble scooping anything up, and sometimes people are uncoordinated or have trouble scooping, they end up with a ring of food around their plate. So what this does, it has a little ridge in here. You can stick it on any plate. It's flexible. Yeah. And then you scoop up against it, and you can put the food on the spoon or fork. And the advantage with this one, again, I'm huge with dignity because, you know, we all need to live with a sense of dignity and self-esteem. This is clear. Yeah. So you don't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
So anytime we can do that for people, make people feel a little bit better about what they have to use.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
It does. So we'll leave the kitchen and then...
this looks like the old school, you know, bag, you know, ice pack, you know, when you have a headache.
It is.
Yeah.
I love these things, and they work great.
You know, they really do, and a lot of people don't use them anymore, but they really do.
And if you think about it, it's great for travel.
Yes.
Because you don't know if you'll have a freezer sometimes, especially if you're camping or something, but you always have ice, right? You can always get ice.
Yeah.
So it's great for those little injuries or, you know, bigger injuries,
These are really,
whatever.
you know, it's something that we don't have at home. You know, we don't, and we usually use the, you know, the little freezer packs. They got the little beads in them, which work great. But you still usually want to put like a little cloth over it because you don't want the direct you don't want to freeze your leg. So these are still, I mean, they've been around for 100 years or whatever.
They have, and
very good.
Love them. I love them.
All right, we got just a couple seconds.
Okay.
So why don't you show us that real quick?
Oh, okay.
And then you can just show it in the packaging.
Okay. So what this is a handle that goes in the latch in your door, the silver part, and it's a handle for getting in and out of the car.
Yeah, and it's really convenient.
Definitely.
You've shown us that before.
Definitely, really works.
And I think it's even made you can cut your seatbelt in case you're in
an
accident.
Cut your seatbelt and break the window.
Yes, very good.